Hello YouTube, KDP here and welcome back to Bang Average Gaming's Pokemon Soulsilver Randomized Nuzlocke. As you can see, we are back in Mahogany Town with a slightly different Pokemon standing beside us. So in the last episode, after a few encounters, obviously we also kind of ended up finishing a little bit earlier than I thought. After a few encounters, I decided it was time, pardon me, to switch up the team, I believe. It was probably time to kind of like switch things up a little bit and keep things exciting. So as you can see, we've got a couple of Pokemon that have been kept where they were, and we've got a couple of new additions. I've also leveled them up to 35. So off screen, I've been grinding all the Pokemon on my PC. They're not all quite there yet, but I've been grinding all the Pokemon on my PC, including the ones on the team as well, to get them to level 35, which is kind of roughly the cap just now where we are at. So let's do a quick run through of our new team. We have Shucky the Execute with the moves Confusion, Bullet Seed, Leech Seed, Sleep Powder and Compound Eyes. Now with this Pokemon, actually whilst I was grinding, I also realised that I had been to the Pokeathlon where you can pick up evolution stones, and on the specific day, I can't remember what it was like Saturday or something like that I think, you can buy a leaf stone. So I do have a leaf stone for this, but I want to wait until it's level, I think it's something like 40 something, before it evolves, because it learns specific moves and I don't want them to miss out on those moves. So we'll hang on to Shucky the Execute for just now. We have Honey the Beedrill with the moves Twin Needle, Pursuit, Cut and Toxic Spikes and the Solar Power ability. We have Boomer the Typhlosion with the moves Lava Plume, Swift, Flame Wheel, Smokescreen and the Anger Point ability. We have Cosmo the Staraptor with the moves Aerial Ace, Close Combat, Double Team and Fly and the Overgrow ability. We have King Carp the Gyarados with the moves Ice Fang, Strength, Aqua Tail and Surf with the Shadow Tag ability. And Willy Watts the Ampharos with the moves Discharge, Dig, Cotton Spore, Thunderwave and the Magic Guard ability. So as you can see, we've got another diverse team going on there. We will continue to go where we were going in the last episode, and we will go pick up a few more encounters. I'm unsure. I'm gonna pay, so you can go through this bit and pay a fine. So I'm gonna pay the fine to get through the gate here. 1,000. Okay, now we can go through for 1,000. We can pick up this item. Ooh, a claw fossil. Okay, we've got another fossil there, another static encounter. I'm going to stick to this bit because, yep, there's a trainer there. We're going to go all the way up here. Now, last time, I'm going to save just for good luck. Last time is where we had to finish a little bit earlier because we ran into this trainer and the game kind of glitched out. So, hopefully, we can just get by him without having to battle him. Or if we do have to battle him, then it doesn't glitch out. Okay, perfect. Now, as you can see, we have the shiny Gyarados there, floating around up there. Now this is two encounters actually, because there's the static Gyarados, which will be a shiny, as well as the actual Lake of Rage encounter. So what we're going to do is we are going to get our... Let me double check first that we have Pokeballs. Okay, plenty of Pokeballs. Okay, we are now going to get our... Let's save the best one for last here. So we're going to go for our Lake of Rage encounter. Just our normal... Okay, here we go. Lake of Rage, what have we got? What have we got? We have... Ooh, a Magmar. Okay. Not too shabby. Now, I know the water's going to... Ooh, what's that? Download. Okay. I don't want to put it to sleep. I want to paralyze it. We're not going to be able to do... I'm trying to think of maybe trying to do some damage before we start throwing Pokeballs. So I'll try and use a fire move against it, because it's going to be weakened in the rain as well. It's raining just now, so... Whew. It has been a tiring day today, to say the least. I have been up. I've been out a walk this morning, like a really long walk. I've been to training. I'm currently doing this video and then I'm going to coaching later tonight, so it's going to be a busy day. I'm trying to get back into, I've started doing some walking again. A while ago I did walking to try and kind of keep the weight down a little bit because I was starting to... I'm not going to attack that again. I was starting to put on a little bit of extra fluff, shall we say, because we've got maxed attack, so I better not attack again. Because I had been injured for a little bit and I was training, but like just nowhere near as much, and I was still eating the same, so it was kind of like just adding on. So we're back to the early morning walks, we're back to the grind, and we're training back to a kind of full week of training as well, so that's exciting to see. The coaching process, I'm starting my master's degree soon. I'm really excited for that, and we are also currently in the midst of an application process for a new kind of, I don't know, it's not a job, well it is a job, it's a small job, like a kind of, you would maybe call it a part-time job. For me, a small number of hours in a coaching role. I'm currently in an application process just now, so I'm excited to see where that goes. 1, that's 2. Ooh, okay, right, well we've got 2 shakes, I don't see the need to kind of step up to, we've got 16 Pokeballs. I'd rather save the Ultra Balls for the shiny if we need it. Here we go. 1, that's 2, that's 3, and we have ourselves a Magmar. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Make sure I write this down, make my notes. The Spitfire. Spitfire Pokemon. Why not? It's known as the Spitfire Pokemon, so let's call it... oh, what's that one? Let's call it Spitfire. I keep saying call it, but it's a female nature, so let's call her, I believe I should have said. So there might be a lot of saving in these episodes going on from now on, because I really don't want to have to kind of grind back up to the levels that we were at if we ever kind of lose a big chunk of data or whatever. So okay, so now it's time for the big guns. Time to get our shiny Pokemon. Our guaranteed shiny is a shiny Muck. Okay, exciting. Okay, so now it's a little bit stronger. So it is level 30, so we're going to have to be quite careful here. I'm going to swap out. I'm going to immediately go to our Ampharos, because I want to get that. Oh, okay. Fine, that's quite a cool move. Okay, I'm going to immediately go to I want to get a Thunder Wave off on it. I want to get the Paralysis, and then we can attack it. Now, ooh, okay. Okay. I was about to say, that could have been quite tricky, but it didn't actually do a huge amount of damage there. So, I'm going to go for the dig. I don't think we're going to kill it because it's not starved. We've not got a ridiculous attack or anything, but... Okay, the Minimize might get a little bit annoying. So hopefully we can maybe get a little bit of damage off on it. Oh no, okay. Okay, that's actually not bad. It's in the yellow, it's paralysed. I think we just go for the Ultra Ball. We try and get this shiny on the team. One, 2, 3. There we go. First ball, we get the shiny Muck. Love to see it. We have what's this called? Lake of Rage, that's it. Unfortunately I have to make a new encounter for this because the app that I'm using doesn't count certain statics and areas and stuff. So we have our Lake of Rage static, which is a Muck. Oh. And our nickname... What are we going to call it? Muck. Let's call it Glob. Glob the muck. I like it. Glob. And we get the red scale as well. Now, I really do want to add that shiny muck to the team, but because it's level 30, it's not a ridiculously low level, so I may add it, but I think I'm just now, for the sake of for the fact that I spent ages pure grinding up this team, I'm just going to stick with the team that we have just now. Unless we get something absolutely ridiculous as an encounter. Yes, I'll help you investigate. Mysterious radio signal coming from Mahogany Town. Now, there are a few trainers here, but I'm going to go back. I might just battle the trainers here, actually. Let's do that. Why not? On our way back down, we've not had any battles. We've just had a couple of encounters. Let's get some battles in here. Let's show off this newfound team. Okay, we're not going to show off unless... Oh, okay. Okay, we're 15 levels above. I trust that... Okay, well now this could possibly work out in our favour. The curse takes it into half. Will execute. Take it out in one shot now. It most certainly will. I've also just taking a think. I think we've got a... We have there, a luck intense. I want to use this to try and, because I think I've had it for ages and it's just like, well, I can essentially get double money now that I win off with all these battles if I just put it on whoever's in first. Pardon me. I'm not going to battle this, I'll just run away. As you can see, guys, in this video, that is now like the 4th or 5th time that I've burped there, and it's literally just because I've come home from training, I've absolutely devoured my lunch. I just made a kind of like a rice with some ground beef, some ground beef mince, and just a few other bits and bobs like peppers, mushrooms, whatever, and just had that, and I've absolutely tanned it, and now I'm just chilling doing this with my can of Pepsi Max as well. One of the things that I'm thinking about actually just now, especially when I was cracking open this can of Pepsi Max, is the fact that I think a can being opened is possibly one of the most satisfying sounds you'll ever hear. It's just so like, just hits the spot. And especially because I'm a very big fan of fizzy juice, and you know for me that a can of Monster, I believe, is the elixir of the gods. So the sound of a can being opened is just so satisfying to me, and yeah, I just think nothing beats it. There's obviously like, I was just trying to think of like, it kind of reminded me of that episode of, I don't know if anyone watches Brooklyn Nine-Nine, where they sit and listen to the radio show of like the sound, to kind of guess the sound thing, where they had to guess and see. Oh, I'm gonna get burned as well. Right, well, it looks like I'm just going to use Surf instead. I was going to use Aquatail, but they listen to the radio sound and they try and guess the sound, and it was like a yogurt being opened or something like that. Now, I know it's not about satisfying sounds, but I just thought of that, like, the sound was actually kind of satisfying. And, like, even this one, I was just like, a sound of a can being opened is so good. Sometimes you get a rubbish one where, like, the can doesn't open properly, and it's just kind of like a bit meh. But if the can, like, if you're like the first time you're like proper giving it everything, and the can just pops open, the sound that makes is just next level. Oh, we battled this guy. Oh no, we haven't. Okay, it's because we sprinted by him. I was confused. Bum ba ba da ba da bum ba ba da bum bum ba ba da ba da bum ba ba da bum bum ba bum ba bum bum ba bum ba ba da. In the last episode, actually, now that's coming to my head again, we're just going to be jumping on these random trains of thoughts. Because I'm not having to speak to anyone, I'm just having to, essentially, well, I'm talking to you guys, but I'm also basically just sitting talking to myself, is the fact that we talked a little bit about starting off, like, streaming on the channel, and there's so many different things that I want to try and stream. So we talked a bit about like a kind of Pokemon ranking list, and then ranking the games. And when I say the Pokemon ranking list, it's like ranking our favourite Pokemons from each type, from each generation, and then overall, and blah blah blah. And then ranking our, like I said, our favourite Pokemon games, including not just like the mainline ones, including all the side ones as well. And I had recently saw a video for a game called, what's it called again? Oh, it's like Pokemon This Gym of Mine, and I really thought that'd be quite a cool thing to stream, because it's kind of like a, well, from what I gather, it doesn't seem to be a very story-based game. I think it's possibly almost like a kind of continuation, is that you pick a type that your gym would be, and you battle trainers and stuff like that, and then I think you can be like knocked out of the gym leader's place, and then blah blah blah, and I'm not sure 100% how it works. I'll have to look into it a little bit, but it looked quite cool, and it kind of made me intrigued as to what I would pick as my type for the gym. So yeah, I think that could be an okay. Now we focus. So we have a Latios coming in here. We've got Dark to defeat it. We've got Ice. We are burned. I'm gonna go into Willy Watts here. We haven't healed up properly, so I don't think we're level 35. It depends on what level this is. If it's like level 20, 24, okay, so it's over 10 levels below. I'm gonna give the Thunder Wave. Okay, heal blocked. We've been heal blocked. That's okay. We've been prevented from healing, but that doesn't mean we can't heal somebody that knows an Ice type move. So we've got our stats healers here. What does this do? Confusion. What does this do? All stats bombs. Okay. We're going to give it to her. Okay, perfect. We're paralysed. Okay. We're going to now swap. Another paralysis would be great. We'll swap into our King Carp here. Safeguard. That's absolutely fine with me. It's too late. You're already paralysed. Now, Ice Fire. Let's see. One shot. Latios is so cool. There you go. Nice and easy. Because we played smart, that's why. We played it smart. We're not here to mess around, we're here to get the wins. Even though we've already lost in this series. But we don't talk about that. Apparently this guy's going to teach us all he knows about Bill. That's really nice to know. Whew. I really need to start getting some repels, I think. If we're ever going through an area like this and we're walking back and forth, I think I should probably invest in some repels to avoid. There we go. So there's no trainers below. We know we battled that first guy, so let's battle this person and then let's get ourselves to Mahogany Town. Let's join Lance and see what is going on in Mahogany Town at Abra. Now Shucky can stay in, because I've been super careful in making sure that Execute, who's still the lowest level Pokemon it can be, I've been very one Bullet Seed and an Abra almost died. Well, that's rough. But as I was saying, I've been very careful not to overdo it with Execute, because it could still quite easily get one shot depending on the Pokemon we battle. So I'm still being very careful, because we want to get to that Executor. We got the Leaf Stone for it, so pardon me. It means that, yes, there we go, through the grass. So we've done those trainers. We're now in Mahogany Town. We're going to do a quick save again. We want to make sure we are having no glitches on our watch. So I suppose to anyone that's watching this, again, we may only be reaching out to one person, but if you feel like leaving a comment, let's get started. I want to kind of get started with a new segment. Let's go for question of the day. Talking about, obviously, kind of starting off a live stream with like a list of your favorite Pokemon games or Pokemon. What is your favorite Pokemon game? What is the top tier, number one, el numero uno on your list? What game is it? Because I think I would really have a tough time. These games are definitely up there, but I think I would have a really tough time deciding what my favorite Pokemon game would be. Intruder alert! We're in the rocket hideout. Here we go. Now, we know that every single time we battle these guys, they'll have the same Pokemon because these grunts just go back and back and forth. So every time you walk in front of one of those, they always battle the same. You battle the same two grunts basically. So, oh no way. Right, well, we've got a Leech Seed up anyways. So we need to be careful when we're battling these two, just to kind of scope out what Pokemon are going to come in and we're going to be fighting. So. Oh, the confusion. The paralysis isn't helping here. The double slap isn't helping. Now, like I said, obviously we've talked about this before, is the fact that I can hear game music and stuff, but certain sounds from the games aren't always coming through this. So like, I can hear that, but like the double slap, I heard nothing. So the game, obviously, the speed of the game and the way it's well, at least we know we can kill this one. But certain sounds, like I can hear that, but some things like aren't coming through and some things do come through. It's a bit funny. So like, even like the Clefairy like dying there, I didn't hear that. Jirachi, okay. Well, we've got a fire type, so we can take it out. Yeah, so it's like certain things like Boomer coming out there, I've heard nothing. That was just silent, but it's just because it's running on my laptop and it's terribly slow and it's not the best. So hence why, partially, I'm trying to save up to possibly get myself my own PC setup. It'd be really cool to have my own PC set up and have all the stuff that I've got on my laptop and use my laptop more kind of like for university and stuff and for maybe for coaching stuff and like if I'm traveling or whatever. But just like my computer at home could be more for like games and sitting down watching like Netflix or whatever and just more chill rather than more functional, I guess. That my laptop, or not I don't say functional, I suppose let's say more like worky that my other thing would be. It's tense, it's tense, it's tense. The music is very, very tense. But I like that. Now you'll see that I'm actually kind of going into Shucky or Execute a lot more. It is level 36, so it's technically a little higher than all the Pokemon in our team, but I want Execute to kind of get most of the EXP because we want to get it up to that level to get the final move. I think it learns something like, to give it, it's like on, I think it may be 47, which is quite high actually, but I think it's like, it learns like Leaf Storm or something like that, or learns Psychic, and then when you evolve it with the Leaf Stone, then it learns Leaf Storm as well, so that'd be like two back-to-back like really, really powerful moves. I think it learns Psychic as an Execute, pardon me, and then Leaf Storm when it evolves, so that'd be quite good, like, to have those two moves on top of maybe like, maybe keeping the Leech Seed and the I really can't be bothered with this paralysis. Keeping the Leech Seed and the Sleep Powder on top of it could be something that's, depending on because it could have a terrible ability as well, so we mightn't even have it on the team for much longer. Oh, just love Beedrill. Like, it's not even that good, it can't even take out a Snubble, and well, it technically takes it out in one hit, but like, Beedrill is just one of the coolest, man. I love it. It's such a cool Pokemon. Okay, we know that we're a little bit paralyzed. We've got some kind of depleting health, so we're gonna go quickly heal up here, and then we'll go back into the rocket hideout, and we will take on some more grunts. We've only got about 5 minutes left of the episode, so we will go in, we'll take on some more grunts, we'll get some more levels, and possibly in the next one there may be another team change again. We'll see what happens, because I really want to add our shiny glob to the team, putting emphasis on the glob. Do you know what? I will, hopefully it'll Execute will just level up. as we kind of go along, because I don't want it to be like completely overpowering the rest of the team. Another idea for streaming, circling back around to that train of thought, is that we could possibly, before I continue this train of thought, let's put on the thing we just took off execute, our luck intents. So circling back to that idea, is that we could possibly do some grinding as part of like a stream for the channel for the Nuzlocke. So that could be another option. Maybe bring in some more viewers possibly. There we go. Even Beedrill as a sprite. Look at that. Just cool bee flying out behind you. And a shout out, actually, now that I think about it, a shout out to the Roaring Trainers podcast, because they have this really, really cool idea in the podcast for this like Beedrill that one of the characters I think has, and it's like the kind of backstory behind this. It doesn't look exactly like this Beedrill because it's been caught as a metapod and it's actually evolved inside its Pokeball and become this like really kind of dark looking like crazy Beedrill. So it's pretty cool. So another reason to love Beedrill for the supposed fake mon, I guess you could call it, Jirachi. We're going to just go back into, if Jirachi comes out, I think it's probably best just to go to our fire type, because in this game I don't think they've fixed the fact that even though Steel and Psychic, I think Steel's still resists Dark, so I don't think it's super effective. There we go. Whereas now in the other games, Steel doesn't resist Dark anymore, so like if a Steel and Psychic Pokemon gets hit by a Dark move, it's now super effective. I'm going to stay in because it's only level 16, we're almost 20 levels above it. This is where, I was talking about this before, the leveling in this game is atrocious, so the amount of grinding I'm going to have to do is absolutely ridiculous. It's so stupid. Every time that's the one thing I will not give this game, is the fact that the leveling is so poor, and we've done it. Like, we've played this game, I've played this game so many times, and that's the one thing that always kind of gets me a little bit. I'll do it every single time, but the grinding, the sheer grinding. So later on in the game, there's obviously some tough Pokemon to take on, so I'll definitely do either some off-screen grinding, or if I decide to kind of start streaming maybe a little bit, then I'll do some on-screen grinding for like the Elite Four or something like that. Generally the Elite Four is kind of where I do most of my grinding, and the final battle with Red all the way in Kanto at the end of the full 16 gym stint across Johto and Kanto, so we'll do maybe a little bit of grinding for that. Okay, we don't have time for 2 more battles, but we might have time for 1 more, so we'll take on this guy. Come on, take another step. We've got explosives set on the floor. Step 1, and boom! I'm also just thinking, if we beat this grunt quick enough, we may be able to get an extra encounter here, because there's technically 2 encounters in the Rocket Hideout. There's 2 statics. Or I guess you wouldn't maybe call this next one a static, but I will just stay in. Okay, there's 4, probably not enough time. We'll maybe start off the next episode with our encounters through this, as well as some battling. Munchlax, okay, it's probably some good EXP. Looking at Munchlax, that reminds me of my the EXP Share podcast or XP Share that I'm playing along with. Is that the next game that we're going to be playing is Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Okay, Aerodactyl, I'm going to swap it for that. Let's go up. So it's Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and I've got Brilliant Diamond, so I'm going to be playing through Brilliant Diamond. And I think, unless there's like, it's not been posted yet, unless there's like some crazy rules that they want us to follow or something like that, if we're doing our own teams, I am possibly going to do like a themed team around only using honey tree encounters, possibly including the starter as well, but only using honey tree encounters, and Munchlax is like a 1% chance on like 2 honey trees in the whole game. So that could get extremely frustrating if we don't quite have the patience. And I don't think I have much patience to kind of sit and wait around. I'm going to save again just for good luck. I don't think we have much patience to sit around and wait for the Munchlax to show up, so that'll be exciting. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And on that note, with the ding and our save, that has been our episode. Travelling up to the Lake of Rage, getting a couple of encounters, including our new shiny Muck. Coming back down to the Team Rocket hideout and battling a couple of the grunts in here and progressing more through the story. I have been KDP with the new team in our Pokemon Soulsilver randomised Nuzlocke on Bang Average Gaming. It has been a pleasure again to be back, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.